The White Martians are not your typical extraterrestrial race, hailing from Mars but carrying a history rich in rivalry and upheaval. Originally part of a single aggressive species, they were genetically divided into the white and green Martians to curb their violent tendencies. Unleashing chaos on Earth in attempts to conquer and alter human genetics, these shape-shifting warriors have clashed with the Justice League on many occasions, triggering cataclysmic battles and even psychological transformations. Let's dive into the history of this alien race. Before we go to our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. The backstory of the White Martians. Rivalry and violence in the Martian Chronicles. The White Martians are a race of aliens who can shapeshift from the planet, you might have guessed it already, Mars. Initially, they were believed to have been a race that evolved alongside the race of green Martians, but in actuality, both of them used to be part of the very same race called the Burning. The Burning were a race that reproduced asexually and was also hostile to everyone who was not them. The Guardians of the Universe, who are the immortal founders as well as leaders of the Green Lantern Corps, feared the violent and ruthless nature possessed by the Burning Martians. This led them to genetically split the race into two distinct species of white and green Martians over 20,000 years ago, preventing them from reproducing asexually. The Guardians also provided them with an inherent fear of fire that prevented both of these new races from ever getting access to the fullest potential of their powers. Unlike the Green Martians, who are a peaceful race engaging in philosophy, the White Martians are warriors with savage instincts. A long civil war had occurred between the two races, leading to the White Martians who survived to be exiled to the extra-dimensional space known as the Still Zone. Though some of the White Martians managed to escape from being exiled, some of them escaped during the Civil War itself. One of these individuals is M'gan Morse, also known as Megan Morse, who goes on to become the hero Miss Martian on Earth. Hyperclan Invasion, White Martians Unleashed. A group of White Martians known as the Hyperclan appeared on Earth posing as alien superheroes as part of an elaborate plan to take over the planet by taking the place of the Justice League in the hearts of the people. They initiated their plan by spreading a sickness that particularly affected heroes and villains whose powers were fire-based, like Firehawk and Dr. Phosphorus, causing them to lose their powers. Following this, the Hyperclan attacked the Justice League, which resulted in the heroes' satellite headquarters being destroyed and also led to the death of Metamorpho. With the help of mind control and public relations management, the Hyperclan were almost successful in manipulating the Earth's population into seeing the Justice League as villains. The Justice League were initially able to get some wins against the Hyperclan until they got captured, with the exception of Batman being the only one to not get captured because the Hyperclan believed him to have died in his Batplane and crashed. Realizing fire to be the Hyperclan's weakness after their unwillingness to investigate the crash of the Batplane, Batman stopped them and freed the rest of the Justice League. Following a worldwide broadcast by Superman, the Hyperclan were captured. Martian Manhunter and Aquaman brainwashed the Hyperclan telepathically to make them believe themselves to be human, along with strong mental blocks to suppress their powers. The Hyperclan then started a human life on Earth, with the Justice League keeping a check on them. White Martians' genetic alchemy on Earth. The White Martians are not new to infiltrating Earth. Rather, they have visited the planet a long time ago. Their genetic equipment on primitive humans changed the trajectory of the human race. The White Martians found the metagene residing inside the human race that would have led to the evolution of humans into a race of superpowered individuals similar to that of the Kryptonians, the Delaxmites, or the Martians themselves. However, due to being exposed to continuous experiments, now only a handful of humans have the ability to develop powers. This was one of the many reasons for the war between the White Martians and the Green Martians, with the latter being enraged with the biological damage caused by the White Martians. The White Martians were also responsible for the creation of a metaverse. A metagene passed from one host to another through just a mere touch. This led to the very first son of Vulcan to be empowered. The sons of Vulcan have been passing on this metagene in a single unbroken line, sworn to find and kill who they call the Pale Ones, i.e. the White Martians. Identity crisis. When a white Martian channels the Bruce Wayne. There have been a few events during the white Martians have been able to get free of the psychological brainwashing they have been put under. One of them even believes himself to be Bruce Wayne after suffering from the trauma of being caught in a plane crash, leading to the erasure of the memories of his original human identity of being an employee under Wayne Enterprises. This white Martian in particular was defeated by a team consisting of Green Lantern, Steel, Big Barda, Orion, and Plastic Man. This was because the team didn't know Batman's real identity was Bruce Wayne and would not telepathically let the Martian know that its identity was fake. Resurrection of the White Martians. Superman had mistakenly made a wish to ID that ended up separating the superhumans from human identities. Following a battle, the Martian Manhunter wished to reunite with his human self. ID, in his irony, interrupted this wish to be the Martian Manhunter, wanting to cure his loneliness, and ended up resurrecting those on Earth who were the most similar to him, the entire race of White Martians. The White Martians captured numerous human psychics to help improve their mental abilities, along with creating chemical towers that would trap all of Earth's oxygen. This would help Earth become completely fireproof, making the White Martians at their strongest, along with killing all of mankind. The chemical towers were destroyed by Martian Manhunter upon his escape from being imprisoned. The Justice League, in a bid to gain some time to plan an attack, tricked the White Martians into putting them into the Phantom Zone, one of the only places where the telepathic powers of the White Martians can't be used. The Justice League were then released with the help of the Atom, who had hidden himself inside Protex's head, the leader of the White Martians, in an effort to use his own telepathy against Protex. The Justice League then battled with the White Martians on the Earth's moon. They planned to have Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern dragging the moon into Earth's atmosphere to expose the White Martians to flames, while Martian Manhunter kept the White Martians occupied, along with the Atom manipulating Protex's telepathy with the other White Martians to make them believe that their fellow White Martians were Justice League heroes, all while Earth's magicians trying to control the damage that would be caused by the lunar gravity. The White Martians were left with no choice but to be banished into the Phantom Zone or be killed on the moon. Martian Manhunter was prepared to sacrifice himself in this battle, but was teleported out of there by his teammates. Last surviving standing, Till-All's Tale. The United States government, under the leadership of Section Chief Keene of Homeland Security, started a secret program using some surviving White Martians' abilities to be used as defense against any potential Martian invasion. A Green Martian, Cayenne, would go on to brainwash these White Martians to believe themselves to be Green Martians, and Cayenne's plan for revenge against the Martian Manhunter for being indirectly responsible for the destruction of Mars. All these White Martians would be destroyed or incapacitated, with the exception of Till-All. Till-All would go on to become friends with Martian Manhunter, who introduced him to the Justice League. Exploring their presence in other media. The White Martians make their live-action debut in the Supergirl TV series. In their first appearance in the Season 1 episode Strange Visitor from Another Planet, an unnamed member of the White Martians impersonated Senator Miranda Crane to find and kill John Johns, who was impersonating Hank Henshaw while on Earth. John wants to take revenge on the White Martian for the race's mass genocide of the Green Martian race, and in turn, John's family is stopped by Supergirl. Supergirl reminded John that if he kills the White Martian, then he would be no different than them. Following the capture of the White Martian, it would reveal to Supergirl that there are millions of White Martians ready to attack Earth. In the episode Myriad, the unnamed White Martian was shown to be under the custody of the DEO while non-infiltrating the facility and releasing his teammates by mind-controlling Lucy Lane. M'Gan M'Mores would subsequently appear in the second season of the series. M'Gan possesses as the last surviving female Green Martian, but is forced to reveal her identity of being a White Martian when she has to donate blood to John after he was left critically injured fighting with Parasite. John would go on to imprison her and would later forgive as well as protect her following a psychic attack on her by other White Martians on Earth. Armac would also appear in the series as a powerful and brutal White Martian. Following this, M'gann decided to return to Mars in the hope of finding white Martians who, like her, didn't favor war. Towards the end of the second season, M'gann reveals a secret party inside the Society of White Martians who also didn't favor war. In the season 3 episode Far From the Tree, M'gann appears alongside an army of resistance white Martians who show her that Ja'an's father, M'ran, is alive and is being coerced by the evil white Martians to reveal the Staff of Kolar's location, a psychic weapon that they believe to be the key to ending the war. Ja'an and Supergirl arrive to help M'gann free his father, along with taking down some of the evil white Martians, as well as find the Staff of Kolar. Tilal asks Ja'an to take the staff back to Earth, while M'gann continues to fight alongside her army of resistance against the evil white Martians on Mars. The earlier captured white Martian from season 1 would make another appearance in the season 3 episode In Search of Lost Time, attempting to escape from the DEO facility amidst the telepathic breakdown caused by M'ran, but would eventually be stopped by Ja'an. Another white Martian appears in the season 5 episode Stranger Beside Me, assisting Green Martian Malefic Ja'ans, who plans on revenge on his brother Ja'an, but would be killed in a fight with Supergirl. The white Martians would be adapted as a different alien species in the animated Justice League episode Secret Origin. This species would travel around space under the leadership of Imperium, who 1,000 years prior killed the whole Martian race during war, leaving Ja'ans as the sole survivor, along with taking the shape-shifting abilities of the race. Ja'an would leave the alien race in a state of coma for 1,000 years until astronaut J. Allen Carter released them. The aliens would take human form, with one of them posing as Carter and running for Congress in an attempt to take over Earth. But they would be defeated by the Justice League, causing them to run away into deep space. A white Martian would also have a cameo appearance as a member of the pirate crew of Kanjar Row in Batman the Brave and the Bold episode The Rise of the Blue Beetle. Young Justice would also feature the white Martians, but with a different backstory. Appearing as minorities under the rule of the Green Martians, Miss Martian would pose as a Green Martian in order to not get discriminated against. Upon the reveal of her true race, her Young Justice teammates would go on to accept her regardless of her race, and Superboy would reveal to have known the truth all along when she had restored his memories using her mental abilities. The extraordinary powers and abilities of the white Martians. White Martians possess the ability to shape shifts similar to that of their Green Martian counterpart, allowing them to change in molecular levels, which helps in altering size, turning invisible, and also passing through solid matter. Their strength rivals Kryptonians, smashing concrete effortlessly, while their durability withstands bullets and energy blasts. They move at incredible speeds and possess superhuman reflexes, agility, and stamina. White Martians can also regenerate, allowing them to regrow from severed limbs. Their sensory abilities include heat vision, extrasensory input, and a vast array of vision types. Telepathy enables mind reading, illusions, possession, and even altering psychological profiles, backed by telekinesis for both manipulation and offensive blasts.
Something tells me it's far from over.
Marvelous verdict. From their hyper-clan invasion to genetic experiments on Earth and moments of identity crisis, the White Martians' legacy spans battles, manipulations, and encounters with the Justice League. Their remarkable powers and abilities, akin to the Green Martians, make them powerful enemies as well as allies. It's no wonder that they have appeared numerous times in various adapted DC media, being one of the most cunning and ruthless villains who has tried to take on Earth and even overpowered the Justice League. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.